Hello students, welcome back. In the last session, we have discussed about handling multiple exceptions in Python. In today's session, we will discuss assertions in Python. While executing a program, we come across different issues. Some of the issues or problems at the time of execution of a program are handled by the exception handling feature, but there are many other issues which needs to be handled while executing a program. For example, if the program executes properly but the output which is produced by the program, if it is not as expected, we need to verify different sections of a program to know where exactly it is going wrong. If a program uses different functions to produce the output, we need to check input to the function and the output generated by these functions to know where exactly it is going wrong. And a good programmer always makes use of set of print statements to verify the state of computation in the program. In functions, the inputs to the function can be verified by using a print statement at the beginning of a function, and the output of the function can also be verified by using print statement at the end of a function. Python also provides us with one more important statement by using which we can verify the state of computation, and this statement is called as assertions. So in today's session we will study about assertions. So let's start. The assert keyword is used when debugging code. So assertions or the assert keyword, it helps debugging the code or the program. The Python assert statement provides programmers with a simple way to confirm that the state of computation is as expected. So using assert statement, we can check the state of computation is as expected. An assert statement can take one of two forms. The syntax of assert statement, it is like this: assert Boolean expression. As you know, Boolean expression is an expression which evaluates to either true or false. So assert space Boolean expression, or we have one more syntax, that is assert Boolean expression comma the argument. So we can use any of this syntax to write assertions or assert statement. When an assert statement is encountered, the Boolean expression is evaluated. When the assert statement is encountered, first the Boolean expression is evaluated, and if it evaluates to true, if the Boolean expression evaluates to true, execution proceeds on its merry way, means execution proceeds as its usual way. But if the Boolean expression evaluates to false, if it evaluates to false, an assertion error exception is raised. So automatically it throws an assertion error exception if the Boolean expression evaluates to false. If the Boolean expression evaluates to true, so execution proceeds as usual without any problem, but if it evaluates to false, automatically it throws an exception, an error, that is assertion error exception. Assertions are a useful defensive programming tool. They can be used to confirm that the arguments to a function are of appropriate types. They are also a useful debugging tool. They can be used, for example, to confirm that the intermediate values have the expected values, or that a function returns an acceptable value. To verify the inputs to the function or the output of a function, we can use the assert statement. Okay, let us look at one example here to understand how assert statement can be used in Python. Now we have a function here over here. The function is average, which calculates average of all the marks and returns it. And we have statements down here, that is mark2, that is equals to some set of marks. So we have created a tuple here with some marks, and we want to find the average of these marks. So what we have done is we have called the average function by passing the variable mark2 as an argument, and when we call average function, this goes to average function. And in the average function, if you see how we have used assert statement, in the average function we want to check first the input, if the input received in the average function is proper or no. To avoid any further problems, we can use assert statement for that, to check the state of computation here. So assert, we are checking length of marks, the variable which is received here, is not equals to 0 then the program proceeds as usual. But if this condition is false, the condition here it is, or the expression is length of marks not equals to 0. If this expression is true, then the following code after the assert statement will be executed. Otherwise, if this statement is false, it will raise an exception, that is assert exception, and it will display an error message as well, that is list is empty. Now consider the marks2 here. We are passing these values. So when I call average with mark2, so mark2 will be sent here, and that is stored in marks now. So marks is also pointing to marks2. So when I say length of marks here, so length of marks, it is not equals to 0. We have some values, you can see it here. So definitely it is not equals to 0. So the condition becomes true here. When it is true, nothing is done. Directly it moves to the next statement, where it returns sum of marks, means sum of all these numbers 55, 80, 88, 78, and divided by length of the marks. So marks contains these values, so length will be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. It will divide the addition of all this by 5, and result is written back here, and as it is in the print statement, it will print the result. Suppose if we have a variable mark and it is an empty list, and if we try to pass this empty list to the average now, so we have passed it here, you can see average mark 1, and we pass it again, that is stored in marks. And this time when we check length of marks, now what we have in marks here, mark 1, nothing. So nothing will be stored in marks as well. So when I say length of marks, this time it will return 0, and we are checking the condition length of marks not equals to 0. Here if you look at the value length of marks, it is 0 because there are no elements. This condition this time will become false because it is equals to 0. It is not equals to 0 will become false. As it is false, it will simply throw assert error exception, and the error message that is displayed, it is list is empty. So we can verify the state of a function or a code by using assert statement, and if it is true, the execution continues. If it is false, then the error message or exception is raised. So this is how assert statement can be used in Python. Okay, that's it in today's session. We have studied about assertion with an example program. So we will stop here. Thank you.